What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam, hope everyone is doing phenomenal tonight, man. Hope everyone is having a great Friday. Hope you guys are looking forward to a great weekend. You guys already know what time it is, baby. It's another live 2022 fantasy football mock draft with you guys with the Catch fam. Excited as ever to be here tonight, man. I'm going to go ahead and send the invite out here in a moment. Had a couple of you guys reserve your spots, but gonna get the invite sent out in the chat for you guys, and then we'll get rolling. So y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like button on the way in, baby. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Hop in the live chat, man. Let me know what's popping in. I did not turn on my light here. Hold on, guys. Woo. There we go. All right, technical errors. We're good to go. So let me get the invite sent out to you guys, and then let's get this mock draft filled up, man. Let's go. All right, link is in the chat, and you know what, I might as well just send it out on Discord as well. So hope you guys are doing well tonight, man. No random order tonight, by the way, so whatever spot you take is yours. I just can't believe that we have 3 actual drafts down for the Catch Fam League tournament. So tomorrow night we will be conducting our final draft for the Catch Fam League. The last 3 nights we've been doing live 2022 fantasy football drafts, man. It's been crazy. And so tonight, a little bit of a breather running this mock draft, but we're gonna have some fun here. Talk some fantasy football. You guys know what it is, man. So let me go and send out a message on Discord. We'll take a look at the sleeper news, and then I'll see what's going on in the chat. Give you guys a couple minutes here to join tonight's mock, and we'll go from there, man. All right, so let's see here. Damian Pierce looked very good tonight. If you guys did not hear, I mean, on the thumbnail, I saw the final stat line. I think it was like 6 rushes, 31 yards, and a score. I mean, we've been on, you guys already know, I've been a huge fan of Pierce all off season long, ever since he's been drafted. I've made the argument that he'll be an RB1 all off season long. So, you know, this doesn't surprise me. And his ADP is going to continue to climb up. So, don't be surprised if he's a 5th round back, arguably even a 4th round back by the time, you know, if you're drafting like September, first week of September, don't be surprised, guys. So that's really it. Traylon Burks, Mr. Practice. The Rams and Bengals had a fight. I mean, I've seen good things about the Eagles, good things about the Dolphins. Ron Rivera on running back Antonio Gibson will be the team's top kick returner this season. For all you guys who already hate Antonio Gibson, there's more Antonio Gibson. Bad news. Seen a lot of news for this weekend's preseason action. Seen a lot of news in terms of a lot of starters playing, so that'll be cool. That'll be good to watch. Tom Brady, one of those starters, right? Michael Carter playing as the RB1 for the Jets at the moment. I think if you're, I mean, I've kind of made this argument all off season long that I'm of the belief that Michael Carter's still going to get a lot of touches, and as the season goes on, Breece Hall is going to become that guy. So I wouldn't worry about it too much if you're a Breece Hall truther. I do think Carter's going to have an impact on that backfield. I've said it all off season long. But I don't know. If you're worried about this, if you already own Breece Hall, I wouldn't be too worried about it. As season goes on, I think Hall takes over. All right, so everyone is here. We've got a full mock. So we're going to kick this thing off momentarily. Let me just check the draft settings. 12 teams, 30-second picks. I'm going to set this up just like the Catch family. So an extra flex. All right, guys, if you join tonight's mock, we're kicking off at 11:35 p.m. on the dot. So Godfather at 1.1, Andrew at 1.2. Make sure you guys are ready. All right, let me see who's in the live chat before we kick off here. Let me see what's popping, guys. So Praise in the house was good, bro. Alex was good, my dude. J-Dubs, hello, hello. Godfather in the building. Andrea, Albert, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys being here. What's going on, guys? Great to see everybody. John stealing my draft spot, says Julian. My bad, man. What's good, Julian? Good to have you in the house, man. 6.2 yards per carry for Damian Pierce, says J-Dubs. Let's go, man. Jay Fitness in the building. What's good, my dude? Hello, hello. We got Alex in the draft finally. Let's go, man. Love to see it. Prodigy, tried to send a trade to get Justin Jefferson so I could have the top three wide receivers. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, it's going to be tough to give away an arm and a leg to get JJ. Prey coming through with a super chat. Prey's just the GOAT lately with all the 99-cent super chats, man. What a guy. Clap hand emojis in the chat. Spam the chat for Prey. W's in the chat, baby. All right. Let's get this mock draft kicked off, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We're kicking off another live 2022 fantasy football mock draft here at the Catch Fam. Emil's in the house. Was good, was good. We got Prodigy, Passchendaele. What's up, everybody? Are you worried about Waller? I've been kind of worried about Waller all offseason, yeah. I think if you're going to go out and get Waller, you should get an Irv Smith, get an Alberto, get a Hunter Henry, get somebody. His injury history is just not very encouraging. So get somebody in a later round to back him up. But if he's fully healthy, I will say the one thing with Waller is his fantasy performance has always been based on, hey, Prey, you're on the clock. You got 14 seconds. Like a ton of targets, right? And making the most of those targets. And I don't know, you got a lot more targets to go around in terms of Devontae Adams and Renfrow being, what Renfrow is, right? So I'm not against Waller necessarily, but I have some concerns. That's all. All right, Pray with the double super chat. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you so much, man. Very, very kind to you, man. Very, very kind. Appreciate that, man. It really does help a lot. All right, so first round already wrapping up. Prodigy, the trade I sent him was Jetta's, Trey Lance, McKissick, and Hardman for Kyler, Thielen, Judy, and Akers. He turned it down. I mean, I think if you're trading for, like, throwing Lance in there, I mean, I guess you got to swap QBs, right? So, but I think, like, if you're already asking for JJ and you're trying to swap QBs, it's just tough, man. Like, I think you have to take McKissick and Hardman out of it almost. Like, you can only target two of those guys, JJ and Lance, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's going to be tough, man. Is that in the Catch Fam League? Because I saw you making some moves. Pray with another super chat. What a beast, man. W's in the chat for Pray. What a guy. Let's go, let's go. All right, so first round wraps up. We got CMC, JT, Eckler, JJ, Henry, Kupp, Chase, Cook, Harris, Mixon, Diggs, Devontae Adams. Into the second round, DeAndre Swift, Saquon Barkley, and CeeDee Lamb off of the board. Ooh, this is a weird position right here. Weird position. Kelsey's sitting here. I just don't go Kelsey. Like I just don't go tight end early. I'll take a chance on Debo here. Why not? Why not? Yeah, Prodigy. Been making moves out there, man. I love to see it. Smokey's in the house. Is good, bro. Good to see you, man. What's up? What's up? So tomorrow, our final draft for the Catch Fam League. League number 1 drafting tomorrow. How do you guys feel if you're in league number 1? Those of you guys who are in leagues number 2, 3, and 4, how are you guys feeling about your team now that things have kind of settled? The dust has settled a little bit, so to speak. All right, Kamara's gone at 2.6. Man, I would really like to start a draft with Najee Harris or Joe Mixon and then land DeAndre Swift in the second. But I just don't think it's possible. And plus, I don't know. I think I'd rather go RB receiver than double running back. But Swift at 2.1 is pretty realistic. All right, so Kamara, Chubb, Andrews gone. Our running back just getting decimated. As usual, Javonte Williams, Aaron Jones, and Leonard Fournette off the board. Godfather goes to Tyreek Hill to end the second, and Mike Evans to take us into the third. Pray with another super chat, man. You don't have to do that, man. Stop with super chats. It's too much. It's too much, man. Keep your money for some protein powder, bro. I appreciate it, man. So it's very, very kind of you, man. Making my night. All right, AJ Brown off the board as we move into the third round. J Fitness, nervous and excited for my Superflex draft on Monday. I'm nervous and excited for you, bro. Last year in a 10-man league with some friends, I used trades to make one of the most ridiculous teams imaginable. Still somehow missed the playoffs despite having Henry Cook, Taylor Diggs, and Keenan. Jeez. Yeah, you just never know, man. You just never know. End of the season, right? You have the best roster in the whole league all season, and then if players fluke on you at the end of the season, or your opponent just has an absolutely amazing week, you know, it's just hard to say, man. All right, let's see. I'll go Jacobs. One out. Basically, that's inflated my ego to the point where I think I can take advantage of people's trades. You might be able to. The Catch Fam leagues are going to be pretty privy to that stuff. Prey's just out here flexing straight up, man. We owe Prey like, oh my God, 2 more super chats. Prey, save your money, man. I want you to be able to buy like a nice lunch tomorrow or something, man. You know? All right, DJ Moore gone, Cortland Sutton gone. Josh Allen and Kyle Pitts wrap up the end of the third. Spencer, I don't know whether draft people actually won or not. I don't think anyone's going to like sit here and write down your draft, but I get what you're saying. Like with me, you guys know me like the back of your hand at this point. You guys have seen me do so many mocks. I'm just like, whatever. For every player that I like at a certain ADP, there's, you know, you have to kind of have the mindset of 1 to 2 other players that you'd be okay at that same ADP, and really just stick to your strategy, you know. And if you do that, like, you'll be fine, right? So, this is tough. I'll go Waddle here. Simon for President, what's good, bro? Hello, hello, hello. Good to have you in the building, man. Worst stat in fantasy points against. You can't control that. It's awful when you're 2 or 3 in scoring that week and you play the higher score. Yep. Yeah, definitely the worst aspect of fantasy football, undoubtedly. Alex, actually, I logged in. All his spots got taken. Next one I will for sure since I have the login now. Oh. I didn't even notice. Yeah, you're not in here. Dang. All right, we'll get you next time, bro. Don't worry. We'll be running 12-team mocks a lot next week, so we'll get you in here. I like doing these mocks so I can make dumb decisions, see if my team works out. Yeah. That's the advantage of a mock draft. You can do whatever you like, man. Mess around a bit. See what happens. Prey, once again, thanks so much, man. Prey, stop it. Stop sending super chats, Prey. I was like just getting to the point to wrapping that up. I appreciate it, man. It's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you, man. W's in the chat for Prey, man. What a guy. All right, so Pitts, A.J. Dillon, McLaurin, Waddle, Deontay, Mike Williams, Metcalf, Monty, Breece Hall, Hyler Brown, Cam Akers, gone. Godfather will wrap up the 4th and take us into the 5th. Prey is the GOAT right now, man. I mean, Prey, and I still have to put Spencer in there. Spencer's gifted like 30, 40 memberships at this point. I'm trying to find the GOAT emoji. Where is it? Okay. I'm getting closer. I found a camel, an elephant, an ape. Here's a goat. I almost sent a sheep. There we go. Prey. Save your money, bro. Oh my goodness. What a guy. What a guy. What do I even say anymore, man? What a guy. Clap hand emojis all over the place for Prey. Prodigy getting 11th and playing the 12th man makes you 1-1 instead of 1-0 and vice versa, with second playing first being 1-1 instead of 0-1. It's true. It's fair. Pray. I'm cutting you off. Can I cut someone off from Super Chats? Godfather probably should have went Allen, Robinson, and Dobbins passed on my homies. I gotta make a draft pick, don't I? Give me a Hurts. Let's see here. Dante says in a standard 10-man league, should I go RB for pick 1 through 3? Yeah. Henry's gonna hold a little bit more value in a standard. Even guys like Harris, Mixon, Swift, Chubb, but you probably don't need to go with any of those guys at 3. You still should probably be going Taylor, CMC, or Eckler. So and Henry is probably right in there in the conversation too. So, depending on who's available, like those are your 4 backs, in my opinion, in a standard or in a PPR league. Like a PPR, Henry maybe scoots back a little bit, but half PPR, you could still have Henry in the conversation. Standard, CMC and Eckler, even though they have more PPR upside, they still have to be in the conversation just due to sheer talent and sheer ceilings, right? But JT and Henry definitely still in the mix as well. So, I mean, JT undoubtedly, right? But, yeah, I would say whichever one of those running backs are available, you go with there. So, where do I want to go with my next pick? You know what we're doing. I'm not missing out on my boy Damian Pierce. I'm not letting this preseason hype get to anyone else. I got Josh Jacobs as my RB2. All right, let me check out the chat real quick. Prices don't got school. Most of my money is in paper form. All right, man, do your thing. But, hey, I pray with another super chat. Oh, my God, dude. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you, Praise. Very kind of you, man. By the way, we got over 20 viewers in the house. Thank you guys so much for being here. Can we get 20 likes on the stream or what? School lunch is free. That's good. Godfather says, depends on who is there. Don't necessarily want to pass up certain wide receiver RB. JJ or Henry, I'm leaning JJ, but yeah, lean RBs. I meant to go RBs in round 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I would just say, I mean, if you got 1.3, like, you can make an argument for JJ. We've seen him go that early, but in standard, I probably want to start my draft with a running back, personally. Why do you think people are passing on Keenan Allen so much? He always gets passed on, right? Like, there's been a little bit more hype around Mike Evans this offseason, but generally speaking, Mike Evans and Keenan Allen, as consistent as they are, right? So Keenan Allen in PPR, let's just look at since 2017, wide receiver 3, 12, 6, 14, and 10. Essentially fully healthy in all those seasons. Mike Evans, for the sake of things, PPR wide receiver 9, 11, 15, 9, 17, number 2 in 2016. And they always, I mean, they're just consistent veterans. So maybe it's the veteran aspect, but they're both tied to great quarterbacks, both tied to great offenses, although the Bucs at this point, some concerns in the offensive line without a doubt. We'll see how it affects things. But, yeah, those two guys, they just get passed on, man. Don't ask me why. I like the discount, though. But I would say it's probably due to being veterans. Pierce ran well tonight. He looked great, man. That's my dude. Can Cole Kmet be a top 5 tight end, says Elver? No. First of all, I still only like Kmet in full PPR. He hasn't shown the red zone capability. I mean, can he do it this year? Like a lot of people think he can, sure. But I like Kmet in full PPR. Had a ton of targets last year. Him and Fields have good chemistry. I mean, I get that Jimmy Graham's not there now, but like I just don't see a crazy high ceiling in the red zone like some people do. So Is he a good late round selection? Absolutely. Could he be a top 5 tight end? I mean, I'm still going Andrews, Kelsey, Pitts, Kittle, and then like Schultz, Goddard, Knox, Waller. I could see all those players easily finishing in front of him. So remind me if I'm wrong about this, guys. All right. Yeah, I got to go Elijah Moore here. Gibson was slightly tempting right there, as bad as things look. As an RB4. Zounders in the building was good, baby. Cole's going to be a solid safety valve for Fields. I don't disagree with that. Work listening, won't be in the chat. Hey, you're good, bro. Appreciate you being here, man. Mike Williams or Deontay? Deontay brings more consistency. Williams brings that boom and bust. It just depends on how you want to form your roster, right? Williams could have 3 weeks where he's got 20 to 30 points, and then 7 points, and then 2 points, and then 23 points. Where Deontay is probably going to get you like 10, 12. A week where he scores gets closer to 20, 17, 12, 8. You know, maybe a slump 7, 9. But he's going to be close to double-digit fantasy points on a weekly basis. So it just depends if you want consistency or not. And at the moment, Kenny Pickett looks good, right? I think even if Pickett is not the starter, that Trubisky is a complacent starter, right? And it's not like Ben Roethlisberger is playing lights-out football last year. He just had a very good chemistry with Deontay Johnson, right? So I'm not undermining that that's not there anymore. But it just depends on how you want to form your roster. I'd probably personally, it's really tough. I mean, they go right next to each other tonight, right? It's tough. It is. It's, at the end of the day, it just depends on how you want your roster to look. So this is tough right here. I'll go Penny. I still have some faith in Penny. It's an RB4, why not? John, how's my team so far? Kupp, Allen, and Metcalf is beautiful. Great receiver room. Chubb, Mitchell, CH, pretty good running back value. Then you got Kyler thrown in there. It's a good start, man. Yeah. I don't dislike this start. How did Thielen fall to me at 7.8? He was my guy if he took Juju at 6.4. Yeah, he fell way out. Wow. I mean, is another veteran receiver who you just see fall out consistently in mock drafts. Undoubtedly. So, yeah, and then you coming in here, as much as I hate Gibson, 8th round is too late. I hate him too. I almost took him at 7.9. I almost took him at 8.4. Here's a good one for the poll tonight. Who you drafting? Penny? Wow, I can't type. I went Penny. Gibby's still sitting there. Penny or Gibson? Who you guys drafting? Dante, rate my team. Mahomes, JT, ETN, Mike Evans, Sutton, Andrews, Mitchell, Folk, Broncos defense. You got Bobby Trees, Knox, Drake London, Cousins, Brian Robinson, and Isaiah P. In a 10-man league. It depends on how many flexes. I'm going to assume it's one flex because that's how you typed it out. So, I mean, I love that you have the positional advantage at tight end. 2 stud, running backs. It's full PPR, right? ETN as RB2 is beautiful. Mahomes at quarterback, positional advantage there. Evans and Sutton. I mean, you got... Yeah, I mean, I mess with this team, man. This is a good team. Mitchell at flex is great. Outside of Mitchell, you can flex Bobby Trees or Knox, Drake London. Robinson, Isaiah P are 2 good bench. You kind of faded running back, it looks like, after going RB a little bit early. Obviously, he probably had 1.1 or 1.2 with JT. So, Nick Folk, Broncos defense is 2 great pieces as well. So, I think it's a good team. 10-man. I mean, this looks closer, like, outside of the bench, maybe. It looks closer to 18 leagues, so I would give this like a solid 9, man. This is a really good team, yeah. Receiver depth. Bobby Trees and Drake London are good values, but maybe that's the only thing behind Evans. Like, maybe one more receiver. Like, really, if you have Mahomes, I probably wouldn't go out and get Cousins. Like, you probably got Cousins dirt cheap, right? Gives you, like, in case any injury, it gives you, you know, some solidification. I doubt they have the same bye week, so. But I do like this team a lot, man. I think it's a good team. I'm avoiding Gibson like the plague unless he falls to the 12th or 14th. I just don't. He's going to regress, right? I guess. The way things are looking. But he's still RB12 last year and RB13 the year before in a full PPR. So it's like, I don't know, man. There's a point where it's going to be really hard for me to pass up on him, personally. All right, I'm going hype train. Give me George Pickens tonight. Pickens. Got Robinson the 9th, so I'm chill Gibson in the 8th. Yeah. Yeah, nice little handcuff committee grab there, my dude. I like it. I did want to get Wilson. Wasn't paying attention to the time. Double QB squad, bro. I like it. Really thinking I want to just go CMC, quarterback, CeeDee Lamb as my start and Superflex hero QB, and hope Brady, Dak, Russ, Lance fall. I mean, they'll fall back a little, but you're saying 4th round. Okay. It's definitely possible, but you just never know in a Superflex draft, man. Zounder, I'll draft another kicker before I draft him. How many votes are on the poll? 10 votes, 90% Penny. Could even grab McKissick near the end if I'm feeling a little crazy. Just go all in on Washington, man. Why not? Who do I want to target here? James Robinson's gone. Treylon Burks becoming a big question mark. I was starting to kind of still like him as a dart throw. And now I'm getting a little bit worried overall. Little bit worried about my boy Treylon. Sky Moore's gone. A good pick there. Give me Hendo. Still believe in my guy. Dante in my league. Lions backup Jamal Williams got drafted before Gibson. Wow. Wow, I believe it. I meant Brady, Dak, Russ in the 2nd. Feel like if I go CMC, I have to be safer with my 2nd and 3rd rounders. So safer QB. Maybe not Lance and grab BPA in 3rd, CD, or best player available in the 3rd, CD or maybe Carr Cousins if they're the last 2 QBs. I don't mind. I mean, I really think most of the strats that you're putting out there, I mean, I like that you have them very, very thought through. I think any of the strats that you're putting out there are going to end up working, man. I think they look just fine. I do. Wow, Spencer going essentially 0 receiver tonight. And look at the value here. Hopkins, Drake London, Lockett, Boyd, and Burks. For starting out, running back, tight end, RB, QB. I like it. Catch, how many running backs you usually draft? I would say 4 to 5. Just depends on if you reach a point in the draft where there's too much of a drop-off. And then I'll probably take a breather. You know, but I like 5. Ideally, I probably want 5 RBs, 5 receivers, a quarterback and tight end, dependent on your roster settings. So like if you have 2 flexes, right? I think that's how it works out, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's how it works out. I just like to, I mean, there are certain points, though. If there's certain tight ends available, maybe they're more valuable than the players on the board. It's hard to say. I usually, ideally, coming out of the draft, I want to go 5, 5, 1, 1. And then as the season progresses through the waiver wire, that's kind of the point where I might add another quarterback, another tight end, maybe end up with 3 or 4 running backs, more receivers, or vice versa. It just kind of depends on how the waiver goes and the season goes, you know. Rate my team: Wentz, Gibson, Robinson, McKissick, McLaurin, Dotson, Curtis Samuel, Logan Thomas, Commanders D. 10 out of 10. Hail to the Commanders. Wow, why do we have so many double QB teams? What's going on here? What are you guys doing? What's up with that? Is that on purpose? All right, in honor of that last comment, I'm going Jon Dawson here. Give me Dotson. I won't trap myself in one strategy for the entire draft, but won't have a plan going to the first round since I'm 6. Should have an option taking Kyler / Hurts, CMC, or JJ. Just don't end up overthinking it, man. You'll be fine. Stick to your, at the end of the day, trust your gut, man. Zounder, there's a link to Twitter for you, my dude. I have weeks where I'm really good with being active on Twitter, and I have more like days, and I have days where I'm really bad. I'm trying to get in a consistent groove. I think once the season's here, I'll be a little bit more consistent. I need to post on Instagram more. I stay consistent with Instagram stories, but I need to post a little bit more on there as well. But we're Twitter and Instagram are still new essentially at the end of the day for the channel. Trust your conviction to catch 2022. That's really just trust your gut. If you got the conviction, or like 2 things that I just said on repeat last season. So those are kind of like catchphrases for the channel almost, I feel like. Where do I want to go here? Where do I want to go? I'll go Galladay. Go heavy receiver for the flex. Damian Pierce and AJ Dillon, our fave catchphrases. Hey, at least I've been on both of them all off season essentially. Right? I was high on Pickens early too. I've always been of the belief throughout the offseason that once they drafted Pickens, that the Steelers utilize and develop the wide receivers they draft early. So I feel good about those takes earlier on. Tyler Algier, someone else I've been super high on, hasn't exactly looked phenomenal. Oh. I just changed. Hold on. There you go. Sorry, Mr. Sarcastic. I changed your pick. I changed it back, though. Heavy red zone involvement 3 days ago. Carried the ball 6 times for 17 yards in Monday's preseason. The Jets added 3 receptions on 4 targets. Algier mixed in with Damian Williams while Atlanta starters were on the field, but also stayed in play with backups. Most notably, Algier has a significant role inside the red zone, carrying the ball 3 times while also tallying 2 catches on 3 targets inside the 20. Also of interest to Algier's potential role come the regular season, Cordero Patty and Cheese lined up at wide receiver for his only offensive snap. Like, I don't know what to make of that, because we got Williams mixing in, which I wasn't really expecting at this point in the offseason. But Algier 10.10, for example, I think is a great value still. I still think, like, as an RB4, right, behind Eckler, Jones, ETN, like, I love that setup for Mr. Sarcastic's draft, you know. But he's been another guy I've been super high on the offseason. Renfro, Mooney, Devonta Smith. So some of those guys been hearing buzz about. But obviously, as of late, Pickens, Pierce, you know, the double P rookies. Tyler Boyd, another guy. Tim Patrick, one of my loves. Long gone for the season. We miss you, Timmy P. Goddard, Dawson Knox. Still have faith in my boy, Dawson Knox. So, not all of them have been, in terms of, like, fantasy hype, on the dot. But Kendrick Bourne, another one that I've loved all offseason. But right now, I'm concerned about the Patriots' offense. I'm concerned about the play calling. I'm concerned about just hearing a lot of mixed things coming out of training camp, you know? Like, and just not a lot of, like just nothing good. Like, there's not really, like, any like bad evidence, but there's nothing like convincing coming out, so to speak. Pray, I might have to trade Wilson for receiver if this is my real team. Yeah, man, get that trade value. Sorry, Mr. Sarcastic. Prodigy didn't get McKissick. Why is Gibson so hated in fantasy? Right now, he's a punt returner. He's had fumbling issues in the past. There's Ron Rivera's basically said it's going to be a committee backfield. There's a lot of reasons. I mean, you draft Brian Robinson. You drafted a rookie last year. McKissick's hanging around. Gibson has had some injury concerns. The biggest thing for me throughout the whole offseason saga with Gibson has been just Ron Rivera like straight up coming out and saying that he wants it to be a committee backfield. So I believe that Ron Rivera will 100% run a committee backfield. When you go back and look at Carolina, I mean, they absolutely ran committee backfields. So I would say those are the top reasons, right? If I missed something, let us know, chat. All right, man. Into the 14th, Buffalo Bills, Justin Tucker gone. And where do I want to go? Do I want to go kicker here, or do I want to go defense? Let's go kicker. Give me Money Mac. Mike Davis gone. Mike Davis starting to make a little bit of buzz as a late round fantasy pick. Potentially going to start the season as the Ravens starting running back. Should have a big role early on, says Sleeper. Dobbins making progress in his recovery from a torn ACL, but could still be inactive or limited for the Ravens' Week 1 game at the Jets. Gus Edwards is already on the pup. Nico Collins, another name. Making some nice buzz as a late-round pick as well. So Julian hitting some late-round buzz picks. I like it. Right, Boss Man's team. All right, assuming you're going kicker in the 15th. Devontae Adams, St. Brown, Michael Thomas, Garrett Wilson, MVS, Hamler at receiver, Allen at QB, Pitts at tight end, Swift, Pollard, Singletary, Carter, Hines at running back. So it's kind of like a hero RB team, but pretty good value between the 7th and the 11th. I don't know, like, if I'm spending a draft pick on Nyheim Hines personally, but I mean, if you thought he was the best available running back, like what else? I mean, maybe go Khalil Herbert. There's a nice handcuff there. I don't know. I mean, I'm not totally against Nyheim Hines in this situation, but you're starting Allen, starting Pitts, starting Adams, starting St. Brown, starting Swift, and probably Pollard or Carter. Then you're going to have to flex Michael Thomas. Then you're flexing either Pollard or Carter. So you're starting Pollard and Carter overall, right? That leaves you Singletary, Wilson, Nyheim Hines, MVS, Hamler on the bench, and the Bills defense. Bills defense is a nice little piece there. So you have nice upside at quarterback and tight end, right? You have nice upside with Adams, St. Brown, and Swift. Decent flex position in terms of Thomas, Pollard, and Carter. I'm just not crazy about the bench. I like Wilson sitting on the bench. I'll say that much. But Singletary, Hines, MVS, Hamler. I mean, there's a reason to draft all those guys, but they're not necessarily guys that I have huge conviction in. But if you do, that's fine. I give it a solid 7. I'm trying to be a little bit harsher with my ratings. You guys say I'm too nice when I go with my ratings. So, I mean, this team could certainly work, right? Like you've got the core here. You've got the upside of QB at tight end. I like your RB1, but it's basically a hero RB team. And I'm not crazy on Michael Thomas either. But this team could certainly work, especially with waivers, right? God, I like going kicker over defense at the end. There's an argument either way, but I'd probably go kicker more often because at the end of the day, you can always stream a defense, right? But at the end of the day, you can always find a value kicker at the end, I guess, right? Pray, thanks again for the super chats tonight, man. Very, very kind to you. Kyler Murray and Wilson at QB. Wilson, he didn't mean to draft, but you got him. Komet at tight end. Kupp, Allen, Metcalf, Landry, Parker at receiver. Good receiving room. Chubb, Mitchell, CH, Patterson, Williams. Good value at running back. the Bucks defense, and Tyler Bass. So you're starting Kyler, starting Chubb and Mitchell, starting Kupp, Allen, flexing Metcalf, and you're flexing CH or Patterson or Landry or Parker. Yeah, solid team, man. I don't have a problem with this team. You've got a good flex situation. You've got multiple guys you can put in the second flex. You got Metcalf as a starting flex. So solid quarterback, good tight end value. Pretty good value overall throughout this draft, man. Bucks defense and Tyler Bass, kind of the cherry on top. A good-looking team, man. Yeah, I wouldn't mind this team. Prodigy, Rodgers and Stafford at quarterback, Kelsey at tight end. Cook, Zeke, Gibby, and Robinson going a little heavy Washington here. Big receiver run here. Deontay Godwin, Juju, Thielen, J-Mo, and Robinson, Carlson, and the Browns defense. So you're starting Rodgers or Stafford, right? Probably depending on defense that they're facing. Kelsey at tight end, obviously, right? Cook and Zeke at running back. And then you're in a good flex situation because you're starting Deontay, Chris Godwin. Let's say Chris Godwin's ready week 1. You're starting Godwin. Then you're probably just flexing Juju and Thielen, but that leaves you with Gibson, Brian Robinson, J-Mo, and Robinson on the bench. So I like taking just 2 flyers, 2 dart throws at receiver, rookie receivers that is, as we just consistently are seeing rookie receivers starting to ball out on a more regular basis. So I like this team, man. Browns have a good opening schedule. Carlson is your kicker number 1 last season. I think those are 2 great picks. So, yeah, a good team overall, man. I mean, really what I'm looking at is what does your flex situation become? You know, after your core roster is put in, what does your flex situation look like? What does your bench situation look like? So, honestly, went high is because maybe JT gets injured. I get a free RB1. Sure. Yeah, and if he's a handcuff to you, that's fine, man. In the 11th round, that's fine. J-Dubs. Lance and Brady at QB. I like having the stable veteran, the GOAT, and then having the nice upside of Trey Lance. I love it, man. Fearmouth at tight end, faded tight end. I'm fine with Fearmouth as a late tight end. JJ Pittman, Judy Mooney, and the Dubes. Great receiver value, man. Javonte, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Madison, TDP. So you lose some running back value here, but this is a heavy receiver team, a heavy QB team with a tight end fade. And, I mean, you still went with 2 running backs in your first 4 picks. I think you got pretty good value. I mean, Javonte at 2.9, Breece Hall at 4.9. I like both their ceilings are capped, in my opinion. But then you got 2 really valuable running back handcuffs as well. So I do like this team. I think this team could work out. Receiver value is really good here, man. So let's say you're starting Lance. You got Brady hanging around, right? Let's say you're starting Lance, Javonte and Breece Hall, JJ and Pittman. Then it's an easy flex. There's no question. You're flexing Judy and Mooney. Judy and Mooney. That leaves you with Walker, Brady, Madison, Dubes, and TDP on the bench. Starting Fearmouth. The Saints defense and Nick Folk were 2 really good picks at the end of the draft. Yep. I like this squad, man. This is a great squad. I'd be happy with this team for sure. J Fitness at 7. What we got here, bro? Burrow, QB, Kittle, tight end. I'm good with that. Could always consider a second tight end as a late rounder behind Kittle, but I'm fine with that, man. If he's healthy, he's your starter, no doubt. Kamara, Harris, and Stevenson. So I like that you got both New England's backs. Even though it costs you a little bit capital. Gainwell and Rachaad White. Good values where you got them. Chase Higgins, Williams. Whoo! Triple stack. Woods, Tony, and Isaiah McKenzie, Bucker, and the Rams defense. So starting Burrow, starting Kittle, starting Kamara if he's not suspended. I don't think he will be to start the season. Starting Harris or Stevenson, your call. Starting Chase, Higgins, Williams, and probably Woods, right? And I'm just going off of, for all these walkthroughs, we're going off the idea of having 2 flexes, right? That leaves you with Harris or Stevenson on the bench. Tony Gainwell, Rachaad White, and Isaiah McKenzie. So I'm fine with this, man. I mean, there's some question marks, some arguments to be made against some of the bench players, but like your flex 1 is strong enough that I don't mind that. Like one of these guys is going to step up in the second flex, right? So, and there were points last season where Harris and Stevenson, you know, as a duo, performed against certain teams. So, I like this team, man. I like it a lot. Big Bengals stack. Let's go. Julian, Cousins, and Tua. No kicker, no defense. Late round quarterback action here. Goddard at tight end in the 7th was a nice value. I was really close to going Goddard there. Kind of hoping he'd fall up to 8.4. So I think you're fine. This is a fine late QB build. Goddard at tight end, starting Mixon, or you got Mixon, Sanders, Gordon, Spiller, and Davis at running back. So kind of a hero RB team here. Heavy receiver, jeez. Lamb, Moore, McLaurin, Cooks, Cooper, Sky Moore, Nico Collins. I mean, great receiving room. Yeah, I mean, this team would absolutely work. I mean, it's hero RB late QB build. So, like, you don't have the craziest upside at QB or RB2, but with the flex and receiver positions, I don't know if you need it. You're starting Cousins, let's say, for the sake of things. Starting Mixon, and it's your choice, Sanders or Gordon as your RB2, or maybe even Davis. Then you're starting Lamb, Moore, Flexi McLaurin, and Cooks. That leaves you with Cooper, Sky Moore, Nico Collins, Sanders or Gordon, Spiller, Davis on the bench, right? 2 on the bench. Goddard your tight end. Obviously, you'd have to drop 2 players to start the season. But, yeah, I mean, what can I say against this team, man? Your flex is going to be nasty. You're going to have to rotate at the RB2. Like, I think for a late QB build, this was fine. But you're going to have to rotate at the RB2 is the only thing I could say against this roster. But with the upside that you're going to gain at flex, I don't know if it would matter, right? Mr. Sarcastic. What we got here, bro? Matt Ryan. Truly, I mean, I just talked about late round QB. I didn't even see this team. This is a late round QB team. Once again, no kicker, no defense. Matt Ryan. All right, Mr. Sarcastic, would you actually draft Matt Ryan as your QB1? Let us know. Dawson Knox at tight end. Eckler, Jones, Etienne, Algier, McKissick. A great running back room. Hollywood Brown, Allen Robinson, Renfro, Ayuk, Lazard, Watson, Gage, Bourne. I mean, a great receiver room. You have to drop 2 players here, obviously, right? But you're starting Matt Ryan. He's a QB 26 last year. He's a new look, right, with the Colts. Could be worth the gamble here. Could be worth rolling the dice, excuse me. Matt Ryan, Dawson Knox, Eckler, Jones. I mean, this team could be set, you could argue, a lot of different ways. Yes, this team is fine. You just need a kicker and defense, and your quarterback has a huge question mark, right? Because you got, let's say you're starting Hollywood Brown and Allen Robinson, you're flexing Renfro and Ayuk. That still leaves you with Lazard, Algier, Christian Watson, Russell Gage, Kendrick Bourne, and McKissick. So, I mean, you have to drop 2 players, right? But, I mean, if Matt Ryan gets you a solid 15 to 20 points a week, 12 to 20 points, however you want to look at it. You got Dawson Knox, Eckler, Jones, Brown, and Robinson. You can also flex Etienne over one of the receivers. So, I mean, I can't knock this team, you know? But quarterback has a cap ceiling, I guess. The only thing I could say, and you have to drop 2 players. Godfather, happy I did this. Definitely going to push QB in my real draft. We're happy you did it too, man. All right, Andrew, what do we got here? Herbert at QB, Ertz and Gesicki at tight end, JT, Fournette, Akers, Cook, and Mostert at running back. Good running back room. And good value at RB. Good value at receiver, too. A.J. Brown, Gabe Davis, Devonta Smith, Christian Kirk, Jalen Tolbert, Niners defense, and Matt Gay. So, I like this team a lot. You're starting Herbert. Let's say you're starting Ertz. You got Gesicki on the bench. Starting JT and Fournette. Starting A.J. Brown and Gabe Davis. And I'm probably flexing Devonta Smith and Christian Kirk. But you still have Cam Akers, Cook, Gesicki, Tolbert, and why not Mostert? You know? Niners and Matt Gay. This is a great squad, Andrea. Yeah, this is a... And at 1.2 as well. This is a really good team. I would be really happy with this team. There's a lot of players you could have gone with at 13.2. A lot of arguments to be made, but I think the rest of the roster looks good enough that you didn't really need to worry about it. Maybe the only thing I would say is, I mean, I think the Eagles are going to have a great year, but if the Eagles have a bad offensive week and you have Smith and Brown in your lineup, could hurt you. But what's the opposite argument? They're going to have a lot of good weeks. So I do like this team. It's a great build, Andrew. Spence, what you got tonight? What's up, Spence? How are you, bro? Jackson and Carr at QB. I like that. I like having a stable QB behind Carr or behind Jackson if you can afford it. I'm still scared because I had Jackson on my team last year and he got hurt. Derrick Henry, Connor, Monty, Herbert. I love the Herbert pick there with Monty. Andrews, your tight end. Hopkins, London, Lockett, Boyd, Burks, Myers, Pierce, Campbell. So obviously, you got to drop 2 players here. But this was basically a 0 receiver team. I mentioned this in the middle of the draft. And I like this team, man. I mean, like, you're a little thin at RB. At least you've got the handcuff set up for Monty. You're starting Jackson, starting Andrews. So you got a little stack there. Starting Henry and Connor. I love that, man. I mean, when Hopkins comes back, that's going to be huge for you. Obviously, you're going to miss D-Hop the first 6 weeks. So you're probably, I would say you're starting London and Lockett, and you're flexing Boyd and Burks or Myers, Pierce, or Campbell, whoever you keep, right? Because you're going to have to drop 2 of those guys. Or you might end up dropping Derek Carr, who knows? I would say you'd probably hold on to him just in case of trade value or injury to Jackson or a bye week, right? I think that the ceiling's high enough for Carr this season. So, yeah, I like this team. It's a good flex situation. It's a good core roster. And you get some trade value down the road. Yep, I like this team, Spence. I don't have a problem with it, man. It's interesting. Like, I mean, maybe some of your ceilings are capped here, but full PPR, like, you probably get enough value out of those receivers, right? When D-Hop comes back, that really helps solidify the roster. So, yeah. It's a good squad. Interesting build tonight. 0 receiver, basically. So I like it, man. All right. So I think that wraps it up. Yo, I need to know quick. Should I trade J-Rob for Gibson and Michael Carter? J Fitness says, sure, why not? Why not? Yes. J-Rob coming off injury. J-Rob below. Both those running backs are getting back. Still don't know if it'll be the same with pads on or off. Also have Brian Robinson on bench, and as a Washington fan, our team always features one back 15 plus carries. I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to do so this year. I guess I'll have the guaranteed RB1 for Washington, whereas I can't say that for the Jags. That's a fair way to look at it. I mean, I think the trade is fine. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the trade. I mean, like, I would say J-Rob is in a very similar situation to Michael Carter, right? Carter, a little bit more youth, not really the injury history as J-Rob. So you could argue a better situation, although it depends on how you look at it. Is Breece Hall a bigger disadvantage to Michael Carter than Travis Etienne is to J-Rob? I mean, I would probably take the trade. Like you're saying, you have Brian Robinson, so you get a guaranteed starter the way you're looking at it. And even if it is a committee, like, I would argue that all 3 of these backfields, the Jaguars, the Commanders, and the Jets, all are a committee to some degree. You're going to see all these running backs play. So I would take the trade, yeah. I still like J-Rob, but I would take the trade, man. Just do it, says J Fitness. Just do it like Nike. I agree. Jay does feel better about tomorrow. I do, man. It's just good to get those reps in, man. So I like this team personally. I mean, I'm just going for consistency like usual. So, and then I'll play the waiver throughout the year. So I feel good about this squad. Andrew, have a great night. Thank you for drafting. Good to have you here as well. I think we have the most jumbled up draft board. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time, man. Yeah, that's at the end of the day. It's gonna be a good time. Steven's gonna be here with us, man. We're gonna have a good time, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to tomorrow night, man. I'm looking forward to drafting with you guys. So tonight, I ended with Hurts at QB, faded tight end when Hunter Henry. I was getting a little worried I wasn't going to land Henry, but Harris, Jacobs, Pierce, Penny, Hendo at running back. So I think I got good value at running back. Debo, there's an argument to be made for Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, A.J. Brown, even Mike Pittman, Keenan Allen over Debo, but I went for some potential upside in Debo. I like Jalen Waddle at 4.4, but I also like Deontay Johnson, Mike Williams, and DK Metcalf right there. But I went Waddle because I love the Dolphins. Go to a time. Elijah Moore, George Pickens. There's like a fly in my office, and I keep looking at it. It's bothering me. Dotson and Galladay. I thought I got really good receiver value here. So I would be happy with this team. Money Mac, the Cowboys defense. I mean, I faded tight end. Went QB a little bit early. Like I just went out and got a guy I believe in. I don't mind Hurts or Burrow there, depending on how you want to look at it. So starting Hurts, starting Henry. You guys can argue against Henry. I mean, that's probably the weakest part of the team, I guess. Najee, I thought about mixing there. I thought about Swift. Those are the three guys I got in that area, right? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. If Harris, Mixon, and Swift are on the board tomorrow, I'll give you guys that much insight for the first round. I'm probably going with one of those three guys. I'm probably going to start off with the running back. So I think one of them will be available. So I don't have a problem telling you guys that. But outside of that, I really don't know what I'm going to do. Like I don't really have a problem whatsoever being honest with you guys. When the draft happens, I probably won't. But when it comes to the first round, I'm going running back, and it's probably one of those three running backs. And then I'm just going to implement the same strategy I've done all offseason because I do believe in it. And for 10, 12, and 14 team leagues. And that's why I put in my videos. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm just going to go RB receiver, land a quarterback when I feel it's the right time, and land a tight end when I feel like it's the right time. So I'm probably going running back without a doubt, 99.9%. If like Chase or Cup fall out there, then I'll have a dilemma. But I don't think they will. So I went Najee tonight. I thought about Mixon and Swift in a nutshell. Just erase that from your memory. I'm not drafting. I'm running back tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm starting Hurts and Henry. Back to the point, starting Najee and Jacobs, starting Debo and Waddle. Then I think I'm in a great flex situation here and great depth, man. I can flex Pierce, Moore, Penny, Pickens, Hendo, Dotson, and Galladay. Whoever I don't is on my bench. I'm probably not starting Dotson or Galladay week one. Those are two guys I think who hold some value, who will see how the season goes. Pickens could be fun to start week one, but realistically I would probably be flexing Damian Pierce and Elijah Moore here. So I like this team. Money Mac and the Cowboys defense. I get to play against. I think the Cowboys have a pretty good starting weekly schedule, right? No, they don't. They play Tampa Bay and Cincinnati, which are bad. But then they play the Giants and Washington, the Rams and Philly. So it's kind of back and forth here. Rams and Philly, not great. Then Detroit and Chicago. So I don't know. I'd probably be streaming the defense, but they play enough NFC East teams. I think it's the second half of the season. I mean, after Green Bay and Minnesota, then they get the Giants, Indy. Indy's probably not a great match, but then Houston, Jacksonville. I don't know. They're kind of back and forth. So I think they'll regress from number one last year, but I think they've got enough good matchups. I'd roll the dice on them again. So, all right, so that will wrap up tonight's stream. Thank you guys so much for mocking tonight. Thank you guys for drafting Bossman Fat, Albert, Julian, Prodigy, J Fitness, Prey, Spencer, J-Dubs, Mr. Sarcastic, Andrew, Godfather. Appreciate you guys so much, man. Who else stopped by tonight, man? Malik, thank you for joining the stream, man. Cameron, just subscribe to the channel. Very, very kind of you, Cameron. Shout out to our boy Cameron. Welcome to it. Welcome to Catch Fan, baby. Who else was in the chat? Zounder, Dante, Smoke of the Cat, Over, Alex, and I think that does it. Everyone else who stopped by, everyone else who hung out, even if you were in the live chat, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Shout out once again to Prey for like the 75 super chats he sent tonight. Very, very kind of you, man. Didn't have to do that at all. Really do appreciate that, man. Really does help out the channel. So thank you, Prey. You're the man. We love you, Prey. And that'll do it, man. You all know what to do. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Check out all the links down below. Make sure to join our Discord if you guys would like to join future mock drafts and get our mock draft invites. They're only out on our Discord. So that'll do it, man. Tomorrow we've got League Number 1's draft at 10 p.m. Eastern Time with our boy Steven. And that'll be the final draft for the Catch Fam League tournament. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Tomorrow night's going to be a great time. So Godfather, Smokey, J Fitness, J Dubs, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you guys so much, man. Love you guys. Love the community. Love the Catch Fam. Everyone have a great night. Everyone be safe heading into the weekend. And I started this stream out saying it was Friday night. It's not Friday night. Why does it feel like Friday? It is Thursday. I definitely started the stream saying Friday, or I at least said hope everyone's gearing up for a great weekend. So, I mean, I guess it's close enough to the weekend. It's not Friday, it's Thursday. Love you guys. Love the Catch fam. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And everyone be safe, man. And thanks for drafting. Thanks for being here. With that, I got nothing else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you guys saw it here on the Catch. And peace.